Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we're here with the Panzerbefehlswagen IV, or something like that. As you can most likely tell, I do not speak German. That is a complete guess. Panzerbefehlswagen. Something like that. Anyway, this tank is the premium, of course. It's essentially a Panzer IV, but it's the command version, so it has extra antennas, and rather than a solid side skirt, it's more of that, like, I don't even, like a grating, basically. But when I was looking to buy this thing, I couldn't really find a lot of reviews out there as whether this thing was really worth it. It's a bit of an investment. I think it's about, like, a bit more than that, I think. Like, it's less than 2. It's probably around 1,600. Apparently this KV1 is also very good, but I have not tried it. But the Panzer IV, so we'll take a quick look at the armor. It's the exact same armor as the Panzer IVs and the same gun with the same penetration. But in case you don't know, I have an 80 plate. These tracks give you an extra bit, so if they're shooting here, it's like 95, plus if there's any sort of angle, at which point they'd probably just shoot here, because it's only 30 on the sides, 80 on the front, 20 here, but normally it's angled fairly well. Turret's okay, nothing spectacular, but this is a medium tank, and you're not supposed to expect to be able to bounce shots or take very little damage from, wow, that's a fast queue, or take very little damage from shots, but this tank can surprise you, because, yeah, the armor's not great, but there has been times where I've lived through shots where I was like, there's no way. I also find sometimes if it's the higher tier Soviet vehicles, like the 122, if they do hit that grating first, it'll explode there and cause negligible damage to your tank. Like it might damage the tracks or the suspension. It might like injure crew members inside just from the force, but it's not going to knock them out of the battle. But mainly what you're buying this tank for is to really speed up the grind, and combined with premium time off a simulator battle, off a decent simulator battle, you're looking at 5 to 7, sometimes even 8,000 vehicle research points, which is very large. That means off about 10 decent games, you know, you can unlock, like the Tiger 2, I believe it's around 100,000. I mean, I bought this tank, I played it for a couple hours one day in simulator, and I unlocked a few of the TDs, I unlocked the Tiger, I started the next Tiger, I did the anti-aircraft vehicles, like just an insane amount. Whereas if you were to play just a regular Panzer IV or even a Tiger 1, that it would take significantly longer. And this tank also does tend to make more silver eagles as well. As I mentioned, the gun is the same, so if you're kind of used to the penetration of the regular 75mm on the Panzer IV H and J, I believe, then this tank is like you'll fit into it very nicely. I did want to play the sim event with this tank, but the lineup isn't great, and generally in sim battle mode at 4.7, you're up against tanks that are normally similar. Like you're normally not lower tiered, like you're normally not in a 5.7 game, I find. 4.7 seems to be a popular battle rating, so normally you're in a pretty balanced matchup. So I tend to do moderately successfully in this tank. As I stated, you can get, you know, up to 8,000 research with the daily double, which has been removed in the last patch. But I, in one game, got 15,000 research because of the daily double. So this tank does lack a machine gun, which I know isn't crucial. But I like to shoot at defenses and things that'll slow me down, or if there's trees in my way. Cause shooting in the big 75, it takes a long time to reload, but it gives away your position a lot quicker than a machine gun, just because of the muzzle flare, or yeah, the smoke from the bore and so on and so forth. Apparently there's a tank out there in front of me, quite a ways. You can't quite see him yet. Normally I don't stick in the city with this thing, but it's also like you also don't want to be sitting in an open field. You want to try to find concealment in the tree line and normally shoot into the city. But as you can see, most of my team is in the city currently, so it might almost be a safer bet to just try to stick with them and have them cover the cover my side. Don't hear anything. I know there should be something over there because I saw a blip on the mini map. Something I'm not really used to because I've been playing a lot of the sim challenge recently, and I really hope that the sim battle mode turns into that. I don't see anything in the tree line, but in the corner of the map there is something there. It could be up the hill behind hard cover though. Oh, we just took a hit from, must have been the side. No, right in front. Because they had a shot bounce off the ground. I have no idea. I'm just gonna blind fire. And we'll try to get that track up. What? I can't repair. Oh, there we go. Contact. Fortunately. Ah, really? Reaches down. Yeah, he's totally got us. That was really bad play by me. Yeah, there we go. And someone else appears to have got him, so I guess we didn't die in vain because let's do two. No, I want to be in the southern. Damn, I want to be in the southern part, but I guess we'll go through this field. But it appears that someone else had that M4A2. Of course, in Sim as a medium tank, you do get 2 lives. Never quite understood that, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, so it appears we have a lot of TDs up north. There's a bit of an advantage into the town. That death was kind of humiliating. One thing I also love about this tank, which is an aesthetic thing about it, it's just the camouflage. This is the stock camouflage that comes with it. Normally I turn up to 100%, but my premium account had expired for the last few weeks, but I just turned it back on today because I have a bit more free time. But I really like the look of the camo on this tank, and I'm fairly close to getting the next one, which I believe is 200 kills. So, oh, there's totally a tank up there, which is 200 kills, and the next one's like 220, and so on and so forth. Come on, Americana, where did you go? Say it's probably 1.5 kilometers at least, maybe even more. They're out there pretty far. See where that even lands. That landed short, and that was okay. So they're like 2K at least. Just an absurd distance to try to be penetrating these things, but he does have his side to me, and I don't know if there's wind or not, but it looks like that shot drifted to the right. Yeah, damn, he's like 2 kilometers. I've never gotten a kill from this far. Looks like there's a locust there as well, or some sort of light tank. Oh my god, buddy. Yeah, he's 2K. He's farther. I'm aiming up higher and higher, but too high that time. Let's try this. There also is a... Damn. I mean, even if you're aiming at the same spot every time, it's not going to be exactly the same. Look at that, we finally hit him, and he's actually rotated his front towards us. But he's just over 2 kilometers away.
Look at the tanks.
Tanks.
Ooh, what tier?
I'm doing 4.7 battle rating right now.
Oh, 4.7. Oh,
yeah.
I'll join you. Whatever you
Awesome. Yeah, I'll send you an invite after this match.
Okay.
Alrighty, so it appears I have a battle buddy, so to speak, to join me for the next game. That was extreme range to be trying to engage a target, but I thought his side was to me completely, and I might have been able to actually penetrate. APCR, in case you're not aware, does not always have higher pen. Over distance, it actually has a decreased penetration, just because of how the projectile or ballistics work. I'm not entirely sure on the science, but I guess it's the fact that it's a heavier round, because rather than being filled with like explosive ordnance of some type, there's a lot more metal in it to have more of a projectile, like a tip, I guess, or a head. I don't know what that would be called. So I guess since it's a bit heavier, it does have a higher muzzle velocity or something like that, because it breaks through the wind, but it loses its penetration potential, I guess, quicker. I'd really love to be able to show you the gun, because I haven't been able to shoot anything except for that M4 at 2 kilometers. So yeah. It looks like we're just gonna cap out, and this game's almost over. So I'm gonna end this here, and I'll upload some better replays with this tank in the future. And until next time, I'll see you guys next time. And if you're on the fence about this tank, I'd say it's definitely worth the Golden Lions. If you just really want to grind through to the more high-end end-game content, this tank is definitely worth the money. So anyways, I'll see you guys next time for more War Thunder.